Yo, what's up guys? My name is Dawson Lobb, and today I'm going to tell you my story on how I got started in sports betting, and I'm just going to walk you through the journey and the timeline that led me to today. So I'm 23 years old, just recently graduated college, and I'm based out of Dallas, Texas. So all that is available to me at the moment is DFS apps. And so I'm going to tell you my story on how I got started in DFS. So this all began about a year ago when I was in college. And so at that time, I was in college, I was looking for ways to make money. And I was introduced to an app called Prizepicks, and my friend was like, hey, it's a sports app. So that night, the Dallas Cowboys were playing the Tennessee Titans. And so I looked at the board, I looked at the projections for some of those players playing in that game. And I thought, hey, this was a bit off. I researched a little bit. I placed them all in a slip, my first slip ever. And boom, it cashed. It went 6 for 6. And that being my first slip ever to cash, I thought, wow. That was easy. I was going to be able to do this consistently. I thought I was never going to lose. I thought I had it all figured out, but I was wrong. So throughout the year, I tried to find many different strategies. I've tried many different things. I tried looking at the players last 15, last 20, last 25. I tailed people's picks. I followed other softwares that gave positive EV bets, and it didn't work until I stumbled upon Daily Grind Fantasy and OddsJam, which completely changed my perspective on sports betting. And after that, I never really looked back. I just kept researching, watched the videos that Matt Downs and Daily Grind Fantasy put out. I also watched videos that OddsJam put out, and I really understood how to be a sharp sports bettor. And so basically, I'm going to give you some key concepts that I've discovered while sports betting. So I was introduced to positive EV betting and correlation betting through creators like Alex Monahan and Matt Downs. And basically through their videos, it helped me look at these DFS apps like a financial market that's distributing many different projections and odds, and basically what you want to do is find the best odds. So right now I'm going to share with you my strategy that turned me from a square to a sharp sports bettor. So first, we're going to talk about promos and why you should be playing every promo that these DFS apps put out. So Prizepicks, every Tuesday, every Friday, they come out with promotions. They have Taco Tuesday, and what they do is they give you 3 player projections that are discounted. And what you want to do is put all of those, take all of them, play them, because that's a day that you can grow your bankroll. What these apps want you to do with these promotions is place them with stupid slips that are not positive expected value. And so they realize hey, it doesn't matter if we give them free picks, because at the end of the day, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do with them. They're going to end up just giving us money regardless if we give them free picks. So what you have to do is play those right. And with every single promotion, every single discounted player prop that you see, you need to head over to the DGF optimizer and find positive expected value bets to place alongside the promotion in a slip. If you do this in the long term, you're going to make a lot of money off of these promotions, and you're just going to grow your bankroll in the end. And also, Prizepicks isn't the only DFS app that offers promos and discounted props. Every other app in the market offers their own, so you need to be checking their apps to see what they offer. And yeah, that's my advice. You just want to be taking advantage of each of these apps when they offer these free plays, as these can just grow your bankroll. And second, we're going to be talking about line shopping and why you should be line shopping. Because on a 5 to 6 pick flex slip on Prizepicks, each pick is priced at -119 odds. So you need to be making sure you're not putting a play in that slip that's priced at -105 on FanDuel, because whoever took that on FanDuel is getting it at a cheaper price than you are on Prizepicks. It's like if you're going to go get gas for your car, you're not going to go to some janky gas station that's charging $3. You're going to go try to find a gas station that's charging maybe $2.57, $2.55. because you want to save money. It's essentially the same thing with sports betting. You want to find the best lines so you can be a more profitable sports bettor. And that's where the DGF optimizer comes into play, as it helps me line shop for the best odds in the DFS app market. And when I first got into sports betting, I was a true square because I wasn't looking at the lines. I was going off of my own intuition. And that burned me, that costed me. But ever since I started using DGF and started line shopping, it's made a world of difference. And it will in yours too if you just give it a chance. And those are the 2 main strategies that I use on a day-to-day basis in DFS, as DFS apps drop promos left and right, and you just want to be line shopping too and making sure that you're finding the best odds, because that's positive expected value, and in the long term you'll be a more profitable sports bettor. Next, here's another strategy that I really like. It's correlation betting on these DFS apps, because majority of sports are correlated with each other. I'll explain why. Say for instance, Patrick Mahomes goes over his passing yards line, then there's a good chance that Travis Kelce is going to go over his receiving yards line. Another example is, say a hockey player gets less shots on goal, then the opposite team's goalie is probably going to have less saves. That's just correlation. And one thing that makes correlation sweet in DFS is that they don't change out the payments for most of your correlation bets. Now for FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, if you try to correlate your bets, they're just simply going to lower your payment if you were to win, because they realize there's a good chance that your slip hits. And also on DFS, regardless if you hit over or under, your payment isn't going to change. That's what makes correlation key, because a lot of sports are correlated within each other. Because if a team does bad, then a majority of their players are going to do bad. If a team does good, then a majority of their players are going to do good. Also, even esports is correlated. League of Legends is correlated. If a team is dominating, all their players are going to hit the over on their kills. And if a team is getting dominated, then they're going to go under for their kills. And what's really helped me with my correlation is the DGF correlation tool that saves me a lot of time. And it gives you so many correlated slips throughout the day and throughout the week. And this is just a huge way right now to capitalize on DFS. And that brings me to my next point. You need to have a lot of volume down in this game to be profitable, because there's going to be good variance and bad variance. And it's like a weighted coin. The more you flip it, the more it's going to be in your favor. Creators and bettors like Alex Monahan and Matt Downs have a great history, are very profitable because of the amount of bets they put down. It's going to take a while for the profits to show, but if you use the 3 strategies that I've showed you and you have a lot of volume down, in the long term, you will be a profitable sports bettor. Now, here's something else that's helped me along the way in my sports betting, and that's risk management. You want to have the right risk management skills in order to be profitable in the long term. So let me give you an example. Say you have $1,000. What is 1% of 1,000? That's $10. So basically on every slip, you need to be placing $10. Now for promos, for 3-pick slips, you can raise that a little bit higher. I would never go above 3%, because there will be variance. There will be good variance and bad variance. And if you're risking too much money, if you're risking 10% of your bankroll on each slip, when that bad variance comes around, you're going to get wiped out. So that is what has helped me along the way, is learning how to have the right risk management, because in this game, you're going to have to be mentally strong. You're going to have to be smart with your money, and you're going to have to know what you're doing in order to be a profitable sports bettor in the long term. Keyword, long term. This is a long-term game. I'm not going into sports betting looking at this as gambling. I'm looking at this as a long-term investment, and that's what you should do. If you do that, if you have the right discipline and you have the motivation, in the long term, you will be profitable and you'll be able to be in that 1%. And this brings me to the point on why a lot of people lose money to these sports books, because they look at it as a get-rich-quick scheme. When you have that mindset, you are not going to succeed in this area. You need to be looking at this as a long-term investment. You need to be disciplined. This is not easy, but if you put in the work, if you have the right tools that DGF provides, you're going to be okay, and you're going to be in that 1%, like I said. And another tip, while using the DGF optimizer, you want to make sure you're taking the plays in the green and are above 54%. Plays in the green and in the yellow are positive EV. If you're using plays that are in the red, you are not going to be profitable, and you're only hurting yourself, and you're not using the tools correctly. Also, another piece of advice that has helped me along the way is just being content with my bankroll and my winnings. When you see creators like Alex Monahan's wins and other creators wins, you can kind of get a little bit of FOMO because you're not winning as much. But if you just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and be content with what you have, then you're going to get to that point. You're going to grow. It just takes time. And so yeah, just be content and just trust the process, trust the tools, and DGF will truly get you right, as it has done so for me. And yeah, that's basically my story and the strategies I use now as a sharp sports bettor. I was once a square, and now I'm a sharp. It's taken some time, but I'm here, and you can be there too. And also, let me give you some more advice. Now, This game is a roller coaster of emotions. You honestly don't need to be checking your slips while the games are going on, because one minute your slip will be looking good and the next minute your slip will be chalked, and the next minute you win or you lose. It's useless emotions at the end of the day. You need to take your emotions out of this. Be smart, be logical, trust the process. Stop looking at one bet, stop looking at 5 bets, but look at thousands of bets. Also, this is my day-to-day process with using the DGF tools. I would suggest you to do the same. So first, I start out using the correlation tool. I look at all those correlation slips and I try to get as many down as possible. Then I'll head over to the optimizer. I'll try to get as many of those down. And then also too, I'll have Twitter downloaded and I'll have Alex Monahan's alerts on. I'll have Matt Downs alerts on. I'll have Sports by Dustin alerts on. Just so, you know, if they find something that I don't find, I can get that in. So that's what my day-to-day process looks like. And that's how I've just been doing it and how I'm going to continue to do it throughout 2024. So thanks for watching this video. Remember, at the end of the day, just bet responsibly. Go check out DGF's optimizer and correlation tool so you can become a sharp sports bettor. It's your boy D-Lob, and I'm out.